Hi, I'm Aaron and I'm in the kitchen, and today I am making lemon bars. Let's get into it. Starting off on our scale, we are doing 360 grams of all-purpose flour. I almost made a big mistake and put 350 grams of sugar in here. All right, coupled with that, we're gonna go in with 90 grams of powdered sugar. Did you check that I turned the mic on correctly? Is it reading on your side too? Okay, great. Maybe I should have sifted that. Too late now. I'll use my whisk and mix it up. In the background here, I have some brown butter going. Going in with 7 grams of sea salt. Just at 7 grams, I'll need to refill this. All right, the last thing that I need to put into my dry mixture is butter. I'm going in with 200 grams of melted butter. Here, my brown butter. But before I do that, I'm gonna turn off my scale real quick, use my sift and sift up these. Just gonna sift this. So what this is going to end up making is a shortbread crust on here. Simple ingredients. Shortbread is way simpler than you might think that it is. And it's all gonna go into my 9x13. Okay, my butter is just on the side of brown. So I'm gonna use this. Swirl that a little bit. 200 grams of butter. I want to scrape the good bits out. Do you have to use brown butter in this recipe? No. You have to melt the butter anyway, so why not make it brown? We can set that to the side. Because that just came off of heat, I'm going to start mixing my shortbread crust with the spatula. When it starts to mix in, you see, you get this kind of paste just from the flour and the powdered sugar, and it gives you a very crumbly mixture. I need to turn off my scale and move off my scale. You do not ever want to mix things on your scale because you can throw your scale out of balance. And if you have a really nice scale, you will be very sad because it will be broken after that. Maybe not after the first time, but after a couple of times, your scale will break. So just don't do it in general. All right, so we have a nice crumbly texture. And now we're gonna line our 9x13. In our 9x13, we want to line it fully with parchment paper to make very easy cuts. I like to just press mine in first so I know where to make the cuts on my paper. Just press in and fold and go along the lines. I know there is a nicer, neater way to do this. This is just the way I do it. If you know a nicer, neater way, then do the nicer, neater way. Okay, now I have the places where I know I need to cut. So here, here, and here. Now, when I press it down, I can fold in my edges. Now would be the time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. For your shortbread, we're gonna go ahead and start baking our shortbread. Just wanna transfer that and get a flat bottomed glass or measuring spoon and press your shortbread crust down very firmly. I have a glass here, but you just wanna press it down first. Try to get it as distributed as evenly as possible as you can. Mine is still very hot because of the butter, so I'm going to use a small spatula again, just to try to spread it out some more. Just smash, smash, smash. Could you smash the whole thing with the spatula? Probably, but you have no control over the evenness of the crust on the bottom when you're doing it this way, so you have to go back and clean it up. We want to press it down firmly so our crust does not float in our end result. Because if your crust floats, I mean, then it would be kind of like a lemon cobbler. Because you know, I don't know if it's the traditional way, but the way where I'm from, where we make peach cobbler, we pour the crust first so it floats to the top of our dish as it's baking. But for lemon bars, we want the crust to stay on the bottom. Okay, I have it pretty evenly distributed. Now I'm just gonna use my flat bottom glass and try to evenly spread this out. This isn't much different to the spatula, really. I'm gonna stick with the spatula and just use my eyes. Your best kitchen tools are your hands and your eyes. Just make sure you don't have a crack. Okay, the bottom of our crust is gonna go in the oven for 20 minutes to bake up. And while that's baking, we'll work on the filling for our lemon bars. Okay, now it is time for our filling. It is time for our filling. So I'm going to zest 4 lemons. If you want this in tablespoons, what I have found is that a lemon equals pretty much a tablespoon, a whole lemon. So I'm saying 4 large lemons. So do 4 heaping tablespoons. God, I love the way lemon zest smells. So I guess this is like a weird thing, but you notice I took my gloves off. It's because I like to have those lemon oils sticking to my fingers because they stick to your fingers even after you wash. I love that smell so much. Okay, so I zested my 4 lemons and now I'm going to squeeze the juice out of all 4 lemons. Oh no, I don't like this knife. Of course, I am going to give you the measurement for exactly how much lemon juice this is, but for me, it's just 4 large lemons. You know what I want? I want that lemon juicer that has like the triangle shape that you squeeze and the juice shoots out through the bottom. I want that. If anybody's listening, like a best friend or the cameraman. My next purchases are going to be a
cap, skillet, casket, skillet, kisket, cast iron skillet. God damn.
Oh, I want stove, but I wouldn't turn my nose up at Le Creuset. Oh, thank you. All right, let's measure this. I'm hoping it's 250 ml. Okay, it's a little over 250 ml. So, if you use the 4 large lemons, there you go. Remember when you're cooking, guys, to keep a trash bowl so you can consolidate your mess in one place when you're cooking so you don't have a bunch of mess hanging around all at the same time. Now, let's go in with the big back part of this recipe. I need my scale again. Going in with 200 grams of brown sugar. Yes, I know there was a lump. It doesn't matter. It's a liquid, so it is going to mix out. I'm not worrying about it. 200. Now, 400 grams of regular sugar. Could you just use regular sugar? Of course you could. But would it have the same depth of flavor that adding a little bit of brown sugar does? No, it does not, which is why I added mine. All right. 400 grams of regular sugar. What's the regular sugar gonna do in addition besides just be sweet? The regular sugar, just like in a cake, is going to help to solidify your recipe. It's one of the things that's going to make your filling not watery, not loose. Congeal, thank you. The next thing, we're gonna go in with 8 eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and add 7 grams of vanilla paste. And I'm gonna add 7 grams of vanilla paste, and I'm also going to add 16 grams of cornstarch for assurances. I already know that the cameraman is gonna have a fun time editing that. I already know. Okay, 8 eggs. Where are my eggs? Oh. Wow. Stay in school, kids. Get our whisk back and whisk and combine everything together. If you follow my recipe, your lemon bars are not going to be the neon radioactive yellow. They're gonna be a darker yellow. Do not be deterred by that. It's only because of the brown sugar in the mixture. So if you care about it looking a little darker, then don't add the brown sugar. Just replace the brown sugar with regular sugar, and it will be the normal yellow that you're looking for. Also, the yellow color does not actually come from the lemons. It comes from the egg yolks. So if you have dark egg yolks, then it is also gonna be darker. Just keep that in mind. All right, perfect. All right, we have our beautiful crust here. All right, and we're just gonna pour our mixture on and then continue baking for another 25 minutes, same temperature. So 350 for you guys, 175 for me. All right, I will see you guys after the bake and for the taste test. Okay, it is time for this good old taste test. Test. Did my voice just crack?
Yeah.
My God. Okay. Shortbread crust. So, ooh, very tangy lemon. If you bring these to the church potluck, everyone is going to ask, who made them lemon bars? And then you just tell them you. What do I rate this? For me, this is a solid 8. Solid 8, and I definitely do recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.